second half of the season approaches as the Insomniac Elite Series heads to the high banks of the Michigan International Speedway for round number 13. Your points leader, Charles Sanford, takes out the pole award for this race, but he will not start there. After losing an engine in happy hour, that team had to go to a backup engine, and as a result, they will be starting in the rear. However, 3 other teams also had to take backup parts, two of which had mechanical failures in happy hour as well, and then the 4th one elected to take a gearbox change after feeling uncomfortable with the car's reliability. As the first time the teams have been here since Season 1, there have been a lot of changes since the last time we were here. Most notably, the ISCC is trying out a low downforce aero package that's preventing the cars from doing a lot of pack racing. They actually do string, while it is still a bit dense, the cars string out a lot more than you would maybe expect for a track like this, and it's been a generally well-liked package thus far, as according to the practice sessions. There are several headlines to go through coming into this weekend, the most notable of which is the aftermath of the Sony 400. Ryder Smith was slapped with a 1-race suspension after his actions in that race. Reportedly, the penalty was going to be even harsher, but an appeal from Hamilton Autosports led to a reassessment, and it was determined that the wreck was not intentional, but it was still egregious enough to warrant a penalty. Stepping into the 18 this week is going to be Phyllis Theodore. Yes, Theodore, who normally drives for the Tauja Racing Unit. She's driven for that team for the entirety of her career, but she's stepping into the 18 this week, and she's been looking pretty solid. She actually qualified second, and with Charles Sanford getting sent to the rear, she will be starting on pole position. I did forget to mention, Sanford will be still getting credit for the pole and will be getting the bonus points since he still qualified first and passed inspection. But of course, Theodore taking the 18 means the 15 was vacated, and while that car is unsponsored this week, still we have a new driver in the car this week, and it is someone who turned heads from Indianapolis last week. Rio Lucas will be making his second career start in the Elite Series. He is driving the number 15 for Tauja Race Unit, and he'll be looking to turn heads with a good performance here today. Then another big change came when Maverick Robotics, one of the sponsors for the number 74 Team Thunder operation, announced that they would be pulling their sponsorship from the series effective immediately. They were losing interest, they were not happy with the performance of the 74, mainly due to the fact that every time David Valzak was in that car, he had crashed out. Valzak had yet to finish a race this entire season, and he continued to caused another big wreck in the Sony 400 last chance qualifier, and Maverick just had enough, and that was pushed even further with the controversy in the main race. So the 74 shows up as an unsponsored car this week, but Valzak is not phased. He is back in the 74 this week, and he'll be looking to get a good performance. However, a 27th place qualifying spot is not a good place to start. And then it has been stated that silly season is looking to start up soon, and the ISCC CEO Damian Bradshaw has stated that there are some major changes on the way for the next season of the Insomniac Elite Series. But that's enough of the pre-race headlines for now, so let's get down to the track for the start of the Round of Michigan. By virtue of Sanford having to go to the rear, Hamilton Autosports will sweep the front row with the sub, Phyllis Theodore, starting from pole position, and Sean Angel on her outside. The Hamiltons are going to lead us down to the green here, and the second half of the Insomniac Elite Series season is underway. We're green, we're rocking to Michigan. And Fedor Zion gonna get a chance to lead in 1 and 2 as Polyakov already jumps on her and the 48 goes to the lead. Nico Polyakov has a Slim Jim Series win here, so he knows he's good at this racetrack. He's gonna try and get a Elite Series win here to get his second half of the season off to the right start. And yeah, he is going to get the lead as Fedor slips back a little bit on the high side. You're gonna see his air package come into play, but it's gonna be tight in the back, almost 5 wide between Chan and Faber getting close to the 6. They almost bang towards, they do make contact! Only lap 1, and we're already seeing a tight battle at the front of the field here. You will be seeing 4 wide action here as Nelson and Volzak make contact into the free, and they keep it together. Fantastic car control from those guys. Now got some guys dropping back here, and Bryant's rubbing up against that 74 Volzak just in the center of all this contact, but no wreck. Good job from those guys keeping it. Good job, those guys, to avoid wrecking. And Polyakov is under fire from Kyle Collins. Collins already making a move to the front. He's been the most consistent driver in the field this entire season. And he's frustrated after a DNF last week, his first of the year. He's coming right back at it. It is a good track for the Manson team. Sean Angel gets away from the pack, and he's going to throw it in there. Almost gets to the 48. And Fedor's off to a good start as well. Well, like she fell back on the start, but she's here now, already trying to work her way back up. She's gonna be on the she's challenging Cosmic Nova on the inside, and then there's the other Hamilton of Faber. He started a bit back, and now he is making progress as well. Charles Sanford, he's in a 4 wide. He's on the move. He's trying to make progress, but he makes contact at 75, and he's around. 24 and 76 into the wall, and the caution is out. Sanford and the 75 of Marco Rossi made contact. And Marco Rossi, he's a sports car driver from Europe who is making his Elite Series debut today. He attempted the Sony 400 but DNQ'd. He's been running some Slim Jim races with Dodge Motorsports. This is his first IS race, and he's gotten into it with somebody, and that is not going to be good. We're going to take a look at a replay here to see what happened. Alright, well, so here's a replay of what happened. There's either 4 wide here. Ryan Acosta, Marco Rossi, Charles Sanford, and Chris Argus Smith. You're going to see that the red and white car of Rossi here. He's gonna throw it into 1 and 2 here. I mean, it's already a tight situation, but yeah, Rossi, he just throws it in, gets it at 24, and at that point, Sanford has nowhere to go. He bounces up into the 76, and both of those two are into the wall, and most likely out of contention, as aerodynamics is very important on a track like this. So that damage is definitely going to hurt those two. So tough break for Sanford. Comes into this, he just got the point lead. He comes this race as your point leader, and this is going to really put a dent in his title. This is going to really hurt his title run. This is going to really hurt him in the points. Well, it's not been a good caution period for Team Thunder. Under the yellow, Ray Krager pit for an undisclosed issue, and Matt Duncan had to come in for a flat. You see him here coming back out of the pit lane, and he's got to restart the tail end of the field. And that is going to be frustrating for Matt Duncan as he comes in this race second in the points. Oh, more trouble for the Thunder operation. That's a 74 of Volzak up in smoke. The car is blown up under yellow, and that is going to be 0 out of 4 race finishes for David Volzak in that 74 car. That is the last thing he and that team needed. Like, that team has had to pay so much money for because of the DNFs that 74 team's been having, and that is not going to help matters. He's just having to pace it. He's going to pace it, and he's going to bring it down pit road. But that is going to be the end of the race for Volzak once again. Meanwhile, at the front, Collins will lead us back down to the green, and green flag is back out, and Pericles did not get going at all. Does he have a problem? No, I don't think he does. That was a terrible restart for the 31. Top 3 all got away, and look at that, they're all looking on each other's outsides, trying to find a line around, and Polyakov is going to be the big loser there. He stayed up there, and Pericles is going to fly on past the 48 with no problems. Well, here goes Reese Black. The old vet, Reese Black, looking strong once more, slips up, almost a 4 wide, and he's got the watch out behind him because there's Seth Cole. And Seth Cole is always a master of these types of tracks. And Carl Sanner, James Shelley, they follow suit. Sanner is a master of super speedways, although it's specifically more restrictor plate driving. He's good on these types of tracks as well. And there's Shelley, they're going to make it 4 wide. 4 wide for precision. Almost contact. I think the 41 to 3 may have touched a little bit, but nothing too major. Seth Cole, I think he's going to get away, and they're going to do battle behind him, and we've got battle for the lead here. Pericles is taking the lead, but not for long, as Nova is now looking underneath for P1. Polyakov coming right back now. Collins is dropping a little bit. And Seth Cole's going to compound that because he's already caught up, and he's going to throw it underneath the 48. Went way down low. He's going to have the grip, and he'll get underneath him as Cossack Nova takes the lead. Here comes Angel now. Battle for second. Now you can't necessarily hold a pass the inside. There, that's the aero package in action right there. On a lot of these types of tracks, if you throw it on the inside, if you've got the inside, you just instantly win. Not here. This low downforce package, it's fast, but it's also not that grippy in the corners. And that inside line, and once the tires start wearing down, it can be a bit tough to hold an inside line. You can do it, as Seth Cole just showed, but it's definitely a little more challenging. You see, the field is stringing out a little more than they would maybe back in the day. And a lot of drivers are happy about this. A lot of guys don't like the pack racing. I feel like Sander would have liked it, but he's also good on this type of racing as well. And Sander is looking at to get the top 5, but Maxwell Chan has other plans, forcing it 3 wide of Kyle Collins. The Dodge Motorsports cars battling back there, and there's Chris Louvier. I've been wondering where Louvier's been, because he was the fastest in both practice sessions, but that car has not been seen up front here so far in the race. It's looking like that car, it's like the 898 might, it's great by itself, but it's possible that car might be struggling in dirty air, or they may just not have a good race set up underneath. Oh, and back here we got our hometown hero, Jeffrey Finguy. He's from the Michigan area. This is his home track, and he's in the top 15 right now. A good start for him. And that's aggressive back there. Good. Oh, another Shell United car up here. DJ Curtis, battling of Duran and Everett. This is for the bottom points. Last point spot right now goes to Dylan Young in the 2. Got Dick Cook, got Shepard, and there's Acosta and Will Hoyt. They were 2 of the cars that were sent to the rear. And they're charging their way towards the points position. They might get into the top 20 here very shortly. Of course, Will Hoyt with that new livery. Urban Air was supposed to be the new sponsor in the 16, but after some controversy, the sponsorship was dropped. And now GCI is backing both the Audi cars. Luckily, they do not have identical liveries. You see Will Hoyt's car is blue and Nelson's is red. And Nelson running strong once more. She's looking to get in the top 10. Hasn't been able to do it yet. Sander holds on. He's kind of falling back a little bit. Collins is making his push back towards the front. And Nova holds strong at the front of the field. Well, as the battle heats up, you see up there, we're centering our attention here on the 68. Sean McLaughlin Racing, they bought out Blackstorm Motorsports. This team rose from the ashes of Blackstorm after coming to the Sony 400 weekend. They entered 3 cars. They didn't make the show. They are back this week, and they're making their first start as a team. Dahl Redlick's back in the 66, Pedro Hierra's in the 69, but we're centered on the 68 because this is PJ Williams. That name, anyone that's watched this series for a while may sound familiar. It would especially sound familiar to a Slim Jim Series fan, because this is your Season 2 Slim Jim Series champion, and he's been a veteran of the Elite Series since Season 1, but after a terrible season last year, he was sacked from TRU, and he wasn't able to find a ride this year. But McLaughlin needed a driver for the 68, and they called Williams. He has experience, and they wanted someone with experience. And Williams answered the call, and here he is, making his first start since Auto Club last year, and he's had a good showing. He actually qualified an impressive 26, but had to go to the rear as the team elected to replace the gearbox. They weren't comfortable with the reliability, but Williams is running okay so far. Kind of spotlighting a few guys. There's also another unsponsored car back here we might want to focus on. Redlick's to make it 4 wide for position. Not gonna be able to do anything. But here's Rio Lucas. We talked about him in the pre-race. He's driving for TRU here, an unsponsored car because Lucas gets to the back of the 66. but that's Redlick. He's not gonna budge. Yeah, Rio Lucas. He turned some heads during the Sony 400 weekend last week, and it's an unsponsored car because Dilpair Transmissions follows Feeler wherever she goes. They're tied to her. So since she's driving for Hamilton this week, that 15's unsponsored. But a car is a car, and Rio Lucas is trying to make the most of his opportunity here. He's in the back right now, but he's just trying to log laps and gain experience. Meanwhile, back out up front here on lap number 21, Nick Pericles, he's taking the lead, and he just puts in perspective just how strong that 31 team is, because he's actually pulled a gap over to 14. Angel will probably close in to keep it single file, but Pericles has had some great pace, but just hasn't been unable to capitalize due to bad luck, and he's also been struck of inconsistency. It's not been a good year for Pericles, but he had a fantastic top 5 run in the Sony 400 last week, and he's hoping that's gonna be the start. That's gonna be the start of a turnaround for this season. There's been rumors that Pericles may not be re-signed to RJ Manson Racing next year. This is contract year for Pericles. And there's rumors that he may not be re-signed, and as silly season approaches, we'll have to see how much merit those rumors have, as Pericles is going to do everything in his power to dispel them. You know, an update on the Thunder cars. Matt Duncan, he's around the cusp of the points. The Thunder cars still have plenty of pace, as Matt Duncan is running in 21st, trying to chase down Ryan Acosta, and Ray Krager's in 23rd. We see Will Hoyt there in 22nd. So yeah, Will Hoyt and Acosta were both sent to the rear, like I had mentioned. They had to go to a backup engine, so Acosta had to go to a backup gearbox. Yeah, they both blew up in happy hour, but they've got some good pace, and they're fighting for points. They'll have to look out for the Thunder cars, though, as those guys had to go to the back under that last yellow, like you had seen, and they still have plenty of pace. Moving on to the start of lap number 28. We're going to get our first taste of lap traffic. Here is the slopes as a damage 76 of Chris Argus Smith's about to get lapped along with, well, you can see him on screen there, Charles Sanford in the 24. That damage affected him just as much as I thought it would, and he is off the pace. So Sanford likely will not score a lot of points this week. He'll likely not score points today, although he will still get 5 points, because like I said, he still has credit for the pole, so that's 5 bonus points. And it looks like that may be all he's getting, unfortunately, so it's a tough break for a 2014. Nova trying underneath the 31, but couldn't make it stick. I think the tires are starting to wear down. Yeah, people elected not to pit on their last caution. Look at that huge run of speed from the 48. And Poyakav's going to take advantage of that. He's going to go underneath the 14. So that's a battle for third right there. See Seth Cole in the background. He is in 6th. Collins 5th. He's trying to pass. Yeah, he's not able to get anything done. And Matt Duncan has invaded the points. He is charging. Yeah, he is really on a move. He's at the 14th, and he's going to make it 3 wide with Nelson and Louvier. That 6 is really fast right now. It seems the key to that 6 team's performance is having flat tires. They really need to get that worked on, but I swear it seems like every time they have a flat, they come back strong. They come back stronger than before, and that 6 team is flirting with a top 10 position now. Yeah, he is up to 13th, and he can see the top 10 right there. Well, he's got Nelson, he's got Reese Block, and then there's Fedor. She's running up the top 10 at the moment. So you have to watch out there. Denny Ever was also making a charge towards the front, but he got pushed back. Krager's in 21st. Duran's been bumped out of the points, and Will Hoyt's hovering around that 22nd, 23rd spot there. Oh, while we're looking, Kazik Nova has made a move on the 31. He's underneath, and he's going to get that move done, so we got a lead change. 21 goes to P1, but for how long? Because Sean Angel is already underneath him. There's a lot of room for pack racing. So there's still a lot of free wide action, as you can see. But we're catching a lap car of Princess Perkle, who will almost certainly not be lucking into a points position this time. Yeah, we all know Princess Perkle raced at Willow Springs in the fan car there for Dogecoin Racing Team. Somehow finished in the points because of how crazy that race was. But she definitely lucked into a points position. As you can see, she's been way off the pace all weekend. And they're about to catch that 95 car. Angel likely will use the 95 as a pick as we go into 3 and 4, and indeed he will, but it's not even going to work out because Perkle couldn't even hold her line. She slipped up. She's going to accidentally be a good back marker. Nick Pericles takes advantage though, and he is back up to 2nd with Nico Poyaka breathing down his neck. I don't think Boyaka's going to get underneath the 31 this time. I think Pericles will probably get a good run off of 2. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think the draft is going to help him out, though, and indeed Pericles will take P2. And Boyaka unable to get underneath him, and that 48 really... Yeah, that 48 seems to be struggling in 3 and 4 as he was not able to hold a line, and Nova goes back around to the outside of that 48 car. And the 14 and the 27 have broken away over these past few laps, and Cosmic Nova has been hounding the back of that 14. And here we go, battle for the lead. And that's exactly what Pericles wants. You lose a lot of time. You lose a lot of time battling on this racetrack. Pericles is by himself, so this is good news for him. He wants those 2 to fight. And Nova with a great run in 1 and 2. He's going to take the lead. I haven't talked about this much, but Cosmic Nova is tied for first on the all-time wins list in the Insomniac Elite Series. He's tied with his teammate Maxwell Chan. And interestingly, Sean Angel, right beside him there, if he were to win this race, he would get a three-way tie. You get a three-way tie here there for first on the all-time wins list. So we could see some changes in that during this season. So it's certainly going to be very interesting to see over the course of the year how the all-time wins list is looking. And Nova really couldn't hold that lead for long because Angel right back underneath him, not giving him an inch, and Pericles taking advantage, and he's now back in drafting range. He's gonna start closing in very fast. We know how good the Manson car is we know how good that 31 car is in the draft. But the Manson car is very good with their aerodynamics, and he's probably closing in here. As well, I'd say we've passed the halfway point here. We certainly have. This race has been going by a bit fast. So we've got a slow car. The 28 of Alex Perkle is slow, but he's not getting off the track. He's in the middle of the road. Oh God, it's a close call. Perkle is not pulling out the road. Yellow's out, and nobody. The field is coming by very fast, but somehow nobody hits the 28. That is some absolutely phenomenal stuff. Oh, it's unsettled a few guys. Fyodor's lost a ton of ground. But Alex Perkle was sitting in the middle of the racetrack, and there was a lot of close calls, but miraculously no one hit him. Well, here's a look at what happened. Alex Perkle was running 34th when that car lost power here on the front straight. You're going to see across the stripe, and that car begins to slow. Lucas goes by, holds up DeLeese a little bit. He goes by, Fitzwater's by, there's Dodd, and yeah, that car. Now, here's the thing. At first, he pulls it to the apron, like you're supposed to. But then he goes back up. It's like he wasn't paying it. I don't think Perkle was paying attention. And the thing is, that's something that we all know is an issue of Perkle. There's been many incidents in the past where Perkle just isn't paying attention. And it's happened again, because you see, he's in the middle of the road, the field's coming, he just barely pulls over enough that the leaders don't slam into him, then he stops in the middle of the road. Faber comes very close to hitting a 28, and you're gonna see the 26 also just barely squeaks on by. Like, that is just ridiculous driving from the 28, and Alex Perkle has been called to the hauler. Yeah, race control is going to want to have a little talk of him after the race. Just give you a little idea of how close it was. We're going to go right on board with number 11 of Tyler Faber. Man, that's a close call. And Tyler Faber just fearlessly powers on by. That's like Tyler Faber's just not afraid of anything there, and that charges on through. Yeah, definitely a close call. As we get back to green here on lap number 49, or coming on lap number 49, we're into some interesting strategy here as 4 cars, Ray Krager, Tyler Faber, Marco Rossi, and Pedro Hierra, all stayed out. Your first driver at pit, Cosmic Nova, is in 5th, and I'm not sure this is a good call. I think we're nearing the late part of the fuel cycle, these guys wanted their track position, but I don't know if that's going to work out. I think it would have been a lot smarter to just not pit. It would have been much smarter to pit, but we'll see if they can make it work. The green flag is back out. And here is looking underneath the 75. He's going to try and make a move for third. Nova's on the high side, and it is tight back there. And Christopher Bryant underneath the free. Mach Free Motorsports up into the top 10. Bryant trying to dispel the controversy that he was involved in from last week, because he played a direct role in that controversy. And got some guys in the pits. Had a feeling it wasn't going to work out. Yep, and Krager's in as well. And Collins just barely squeaks on by to 17. Doesn't lift at all. And all the field's unsettling. Matt Duncan going underneath, but Nelson's going underneath even lower. The 6 slips up. Contact between the 64. The 96, the 6 make contact. 6 is sideways, but he saves it. Incredible car control. Incredible save from Matt Duncan there. Can't believe he kept it together. And now Marco Rossi has to pit. This is completely unsettling the field. But Christopher Bryant, DJ Curtis, a few guys have completely taken advantage of this madness. Look at all these guys charging the front. Dylan Young makes it 4 wide. It is absolutely it is rush hour here at Michigan. Duran and Acosta make contact, but they're charging through the middle. They're almost getting into 2. They do get into each other. 55 and 2 make contacts multiple times there. Man, I don't know how they're doing this, but now Faber slows. He's at the pit. So that strategy did not work out for any one of them, and he's held some people up. And there's actually some contact back there. I think Shepard got hit, and the Beatty Tribes get together. Burkle in the back of the Verdier. Everett and Louvier, they're going on the apron. Relic's trying to find a way through this. He has no hood. And several fast cars got held up by that. Got Acosta, Louvier, Polyakov, Everett. They're all in trouble. And now Rossi comes back out of the pit lane and almost in the path of the 38, almost in the path of the 98. And Chris Dodd takes advantage, but he's going to get held up by the 75. Yeah, just complete madness. Rush hour here at Michigan. But back up front, DJ Curtis is up to 6th with Christopher Bryant. What was third? Well, he's 4th now because the Kazakh Nova just passed him. But Bryant's running in the top 5. Absolutely incredible stuff for the part-time driver there. And Bryant's contending for the junior champion. He's contending for the junior championship right now. So this is only going to help his efforts there. And Madeline Atkins, one of the big winners of that. She's running up here. And it's a battle here in the back. Phyllis Feuder is falling way behind. Zachary Fitzwater is almost in the points, and so is Real Lucas. Real Lucas is running in 21st. That's an absolutely phenomenal restart for the 15. He's been struggling for pace, but it looks like something's starting to click as he's begun to close in on this group of cars here, which includes the 18. Yeah, he's catching that 59 of Fitzwater. He's going to try and make a move now as it's going to be 21 laps to go. And Tamorna Lee's up here, PJ Williams up here, and Rio throws it in. The handling of that car is still not good. They put under a yellow trying to fix whatever is wrong with the car, but I don't think they got it going. That thing looks like it's still handling a bit poor. He's trying underneath the 59, and I think he might get him. But yeah, back up to the front, it is Seth Cole leading the way with Kyle Collins in 2nd, Kazakh Nova in 3rd, Maxwell Chan 4th, and right now it's DJ Curtis in 5th, but not for long as Sean Angel just sweeps on by to take the position. And as James Shelley starts to get away for 6th, the battle on back is beginning to heat up as Nelson really throws it in there on the inside. It's going to be 3 wide for 7th between herself, Bryant, and Curtis. This is one of the better runs Curtis has had this year. But look who's entered the picture. It's Matt Duncan, and he's going to dive it down there. But he also can't quite get it underneath. It's all very tight at the back, and Tristan Wilhoit has entered the picture. It's been a great restart for the 16. And both Audi cars are now up here, fighting, trying to fight for a top 10 spot. And so is Jockey Cook in the 26. Another impressive run for a Canadian. And it's free wide again for 7th. Still can't get anything done there. As Kurt's gonna slip up, almost 4 wide. Bryant shoots a gap there. Pericles trying to find an entryway. And they'll now be 3 wide for 8th as Bryant gets away with 7th. And now Reese Block enters the picture. We're gonna see a 4 wide. Not quite, but Block slips. Block slips and Matt Duncan's gonna make it 4 wide. On the inside line, and they make contact. They're bigging fenders. Matt Duncan really pushing to the front, and Will Hoyt's gonna take advantage. He's way down low. We're gonna see more 4 wide here. They are still 4 wide. And it works out now. Duncan's still got that inside line. Will Hoyt's pushing him. I think Reese Black might lead it. He might lead the group in the stripe. But now Will Hoyt's trying to get in there. It has such a tight battle. And now you see those guys back there. It's only a matter of time. They catch up. Contact with Theodore in a 55. What? Theodore almost lost that car. That could have been disaster. Great job of them to hold it together. And now Madeline Adkins is making it 4 wide. Where did she come from? Adkins drives for Nexus Motorsports, and Dick Cook just door slammed the 31, and they didn't wreck. This is absolutely fantastic stuff here. That's how Will Hoyt and Duncan at the front of this pack. They're squabbling over 8th place. Actually, no, it's over 9th because Reese Black got away. Meanwhile, Finn Guy getting pushed by his technical partner. Oh, nope, never mind. No, Theodore's gonna drop him. And she's gonna look to get back up to the front. Yeah, Finn Guy and Theodore are technical partners at Hamilton Autosports. But how about Madeline Adkins? She's trying to get in the top 10. Dave Cook's challenging Matt Duncan for 10th. This is absolutely phenomenal drive for Dave Cook. This is probably the strongest we've seen him since season. This might be the strongest we've seen Dave Cook since season 2. He's in a Masterson car. It's been a while since we've seen this much genuine pace from the Canadian. And now the battle ups between the 6 and the 16 once again. And Duncan throws it in. I think he's going to get the move done there. Yep, that's going to be 9th. Now Pericles, and now as he tries to chase down the 64, Pericles taking advantage and looking underneath the 26, and he's already challenging the 16. Great run off of 4. And DJ Curtis is lurking back there in 12th. We got some guys running very well here at the front of the field, and 4 wide over there. That's for the last point spot. It's really getting intense. And Dylan Young sweeps underneath. He's gonna try to make but he made contact! 92 in the grass! He's at the wall! Oh, he's in the grass, he can't slow it! He can't slow it fast, back up! Oh, big trouble! 3 cars, hard into the wall! Dylan Young, Finn Guy, and Louvier! Oh! That's a hard hit! 28 just got into 98, and that was a hard crash! Caution is out. Oh, that was a massive hit on the 98. Man, we were just getting off some injuries in the Sony 400 during the Sony 400 weekend, and man, another massive crash. And your hometown hero Jeffrey Finn Guy amongst them, and he took a heck of an impact. And we'll have to take a look at what happened as Field slows it back down. As we head to 10 laps to go. Under the yellow, Seth Cole is your leader. Well, here's a look what happens. Now this is a battle for like the bottom point spot. So yeah, this is a very important spot. And you see he's going to slide up.
Dylan Young takes advantage, slides down underneath all of them, and, I mean, that was an amazing, ambitious maneuver. Like, that was gonna be an awesome move. It worked, but it didn't work. You're gonna see he pushes up the track, can't hold the bottom, and he gets to the quarter panel of the 92, and he hooks him. There's not much they can do at this point, and the 92 gets turned, and Finguy somehow saves it. But here's the thing. It actually rained in the morning, and this grass is wet. There's no grip in this grass, and Finguy hits the wall. He's bouncing back up, and due to the lowered grip, Finguy just can't slow down at all. And so he flies back up the racetrack, and in a bizarre bit of karma, he goes back up into the 2. But then Chris Louvier gets involved. Oh, you see, the 92 gets a massive hit into the wall, driver's side. And in the 98 and the 2 are involved. Louvier is an innocent bystander in all of this. But that's not all. You're gonna see here, Louvier, he's actually gonna go down. Like, he pulls down. You see these guys, they're not expecting that. And Alex Perkle, he's going full throttle. He doesn't slow one bit, and he slams into the driver's side. And Louvier goes into the catch fence. Rossi was also involved. But that was a massive, massive impact. Now so we look at another angle here. It was about 180 miles an hour, the impact. We're gonna watch Finguy here. Finguy, he slaps that wall dead on. The car goes airborne. There's a lot of concern about Finguy, and Finguy and Louvier were both, they were conscious. Dylan Young walked away under his own power, but Louvier and Finguy, they were conscious, but they had to be extracted from the car. They were taken to the infield care center. No word on their condition at this time, but at least they are awake and alert. But you're gonna see Perkle, and I don't blame Perkle for this because Louvier moved down. Perkle's going full throttle. He didn't slow one bit. That was like a 180 mile an hour impact. But like I said, Louvier moved down, and I don't really blame Perkle for that impact. I'm sure a lot of people will be crying for witch hunts on Perkle because that's his third instance today where he's just not been paying attention. So we'll have to see if race control does something about it, but I don't really blame him for this particular incident. On board, number 28 of Alex Perkle. Yeah, it's hard to say. I feel like there's not much he could have done there since the 98 was moving down, and he didn't expect that. He was trying to charge through. He'll be getting back to green on lap number 69 of 75. There'll be 7 laps to go. But as you can see, it's not all sunshine and rainbows at the front. You can see that 51 was kind of pulling down. Maxwell Chan has reported he's got an issue on the 51 car, and he's going to have to bring it down. And that is heartbreaking for that team. They really had a good run today after the frustration at Indy, but it just was not meant to be. But Seth Cole will be leading us down to the green. Let's do our run down here. Seth Cole's first, Cal Collins second, Kozak Nova third, Shangel fourth, and it's going to be James Shelley in fifth, Reese Black sixth, Christopher Bryant seventh, Matt Duncan in eighth, Nick Pericles in ninth, and Tristan Wilhoit rounding out your top 10. And there goes the 51. He's down the apron. He's going to bring it in now. But this could be the final restart of the race as Seth Cole looking to jumpstart his championship bid, looking for his second win of the year. Can he hold on? He's got a hungry pack of cars behind him, and we're back to green. Good restart by the leaders. They're going to hold on here. Christopher Bryant already making moves, but James Shelley's going to throw the block in the 40. He holds on to fifth for now. Don't know how long that'll last. And Sean Angel challenges at 27. Oh, we might get a free wide. No, here we go. Nova underneath the 29 for second. James Shelley's trying to pass Angel, but he can't hold on the inside. Not enough grip. Will Hoyt, in the meantime, challenging Bryant. He's looking to get past him for sixth. And Jock Day Cook, DJ Curtis, they also have had great restarts. They're making a move towards the front. Same goes for Theodore. But look who's up here. That's Real Lucas. Real Lucas is in 17th. Where did he come from? He's taking advantage of all the chaos, and he's holding his own up here. But how long can he hold on? Yeah, that car is still not handling well. He's got Polyakov underneath him. But back up the front. And there's Chan. He's getting per lap down. Is he going to help his teammate? And he's up the high side. Oh, no, he's not. I think Sean's going to use the 51 as a pick to get past the 27, so the 51's going to actually be Nova's undoing. And that comes a huge shock. And here comes Theodore. She's making a charge for the top 10. Theodore's trying to get herself into the top 10, subbing for Ryder Smith, and she's trying to impress. She's trying to impress Sean Angel. I think she wants to try. I think she's gonna be looking to try and impress Angel, see if she may get a move. But Lucas dies it down. He's making 4 wide for position. He's not get that unsponsored 15 car, and he is not giving up. He knows it. He knows he's in inferior equipment, but he is not giving the faster guys an inch. Just, man, that was incredible. He's just not giving up. And his teammate Danny Everett's entering the fray as well. Could we see a double points finish for TRU? Right now, I think the final point spot is being held by the 55 of Durant. Yes, it is. So Danny Everett's trying to make that move stick. Let's get back up to the front. Big pack of cars. Matt Duncan's trying to push. But Seth Cole's still holding on. Angel's starting to close more and more. Angel and Nova both look like they might have a shot. Cole only needs to make it around this track 2 more times, and he will be your winner. He only needs to get around 2 more times, and he will win. I think Rio's going to be holding on back there. Got 2 TRU cars running the points. It is a hard-fought battle there at the back end of the points. It's the 15 to 56 currently in those final 2 spots. But look at this. Sean Angel's catching the 25. 1 lap to go. He's going to have a shot here. He's going to have 1 last try. Can Cole make it? Can Cole make it to the end? And Angel says no. He goes underneath. It's going to be side by side down the back straight for the final time. Can Angel hold it on the bottom? And a free. He's got a good run. He's got the run. And I think he's got him. Off the foul corner. They're going to make a run to the line. And Angel's going to win it here in Michigan. Sixth career win for Sean Angel. And with that, he joins Kazakh Nova and Maxwell Chan in a 3-way tie on the top of the all-time wins list. Who knows when that tie is going to be broken, but not right now. For now, that tie's gotten even bigger. But congratulations on Sean Angel. This is exactly what he needed. This is exactly what he needed for his title bid. Fantastic drive for the 14 team. So, congratulations to Sean Angel on his win today. That win will surely give him a boost in his title run. Seth Cole led the most laps today, but comes up short in second. Kazakh Nova rounds out your podium. He is going to be looking for more, but it's a good bounce back from Indy. Jock Day Cook finishes a fantastic 4th place for Ian Masterson Racing. That 26 crew is going to be celebrating like they won the thing. Fantastic effort from those guys. Kyle Collins picks up yet another top 5, finishing 5th. James Shelley gets a good finish in 6th. Going to be looking like a nice bounce back from last week. And Nick Pericles continues his run of form with a 7th. And after getting a flat early in the race, Matt Duncan comes back to finish 8th. And Tristan Wilhoit comes from the rear of the field to finish 9th. Great run for the 16 team. And now Christopher Bryant proving the doubters wrong with a top 10 finish for Mach Free Motorsports. Great effort for him and the Mach Free Motorsports crew. Phyllis Fedor finishes 11th in her run for Hamilton Autosports. It's certainly a good day for her, and I think Hamilton will be pretty happy with her performance as a sub today. Carl Sander was running in the top 10 for a lot of the race, but comes home 12th. Nico Polyakov finishes 13th, which is maybe not as good as he would have liked. And DJ Curtis finishes a solid 14th for the Shell United Motors team. Reese Black ran up front early in the race, but fell back to 15th. And same for Ali Nelson, who finishes in 16th. Ryan Acosta was also sent to the rear, but he comes back to finish in the points in 17th. And Rio Lucas, how about that? Unsponsored car wasn't handling well, and he fought it to come home with an 18th place finish. That team's going to be very happy, and to say the least, Rio Lucas has certainly made his presence felt. He's made his name known for sure. And just to make things better for TRU, Danny Everett made it a double points day for the team as he finishes right behind Lucas in 19th. And then Madeline Adkins gets her first career championship point, coming home in 20th. Great job for those guys. Moving on to the standings, by 1 point, Matt Duncan takes the point lead over Charles Sanford. Certainly, that's very close, and then only 10 points back from the lead after his win is Sean Angel. So things are already tightening back up after the 400. Kyle Collins with his 6th top 5 finish of the year, the most out of any driver, he moves up to 4th in the standings. Seth Cole moves up to 5th of his run, and after not racing this week due to being suspended, Ryder Smith drops to 6th. But he certainly did not take nearly as big of a hit as you may have expected. He is still within a race of the point lead, so it's not impossible for him to make a comeback here. Kazakh Nova with his podium today moves up to 7th. James Shelley remains in 8th, and Chris Louvier, his poor run of form continues as he drops to 9th in the standings, 106 points off the lead. Then right your top 10 is Maxwell Chan, who will certainly be disappointed with his result today. Nico Polyakov is 11th, and behind him it is still Ray Krager. Then Nick Pericles is 13th. He's continuing to make some progress towards the top 10. Reese, and then 22 points back from him, it is Reese Black in 14th. And you have to go to 15th to find Tyler Faber, who's been having a disappointing season so far. And the number 3 RJ Manson Racing team finds themselves in 16th. Number 74 Team Thunder team of Brandon Wood and David Valzak is in 17th. It is Ryan Acosta, Ali Nelson, and Jock Day Cook of his top 5, rounding out your top 20 in points. And that is all for today. Be sure to stick around next time when the IAS heads to the Silverstone circuit to begin their long-awaited European tour with the Round of England.